Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Belle Collective. This is their reunion, Season 3, Part 2, Episode 22. All right, so I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Would you please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and you can also share this video with your friends and family, and you can leave your comments below. I did write stuff down this time because I knew that there was a lot more stuff going on. But shout out to Latrice because it's been heavily Latrice. Despite what Marie trying to say that she's just now clocking in. But we'll get to that in just 1 second. So this is backstage right after the almost fight, or Marie bucking up against the security guard, trying to fight her way to get to Latrice. Whatever. So Latrice, Marie, and all of them, they're just having feedback and how they feel about Latrice and how Latrice feels about them. So Letitia's saying that Latrice was planting seeds of doubt all season. She said, oh, the fans love us. We got to plant some seeds of doubt. Doubt of what? A lot of things that Letitia says, I'm trying to understand them. I really am, because I'm like, you say something, but okay, land it. Where's this going? What are you talking about? And then what are the seeds of doubt after you were watching the season? What is it? Because for the most part, she has been in your corner. You don't like that she said that all of them are your castmates. That's all I hear. That's the only problem you have with her. So what is it? Like, it's so crazy. And then Glenn was talking about, oh, you two are at two calibers of being women, and she's a snake, and then she's evil. I said, well, wait a minute. A couple of episodes, you were trying to get Letitia and Latrice speaking again. And now you have such forward, frank thoughts about Latrice. What's going on there, Glenn? Plus your buddies with Cliff. What's going on there also? I have a feeling that Glenn and Cliff are going to fall out next season for storyline. It's going to be Glenn doing it, because now he wants to join the other team, thinking this is going to be better and look more appealing. Mr. Carlos did say, shout out to Mr. Carlos King and Kingdom Reign Entertainment. He says he sees the problems that are going on and he can get ahead of it, and he thinks he knows how to fix it. So we're going to see, because the stuff is still lightweight, but these jokers are just so weird. The Bells are. So we get on Marie's package, which was only like 2 minutes, which is so interesting to me. But she's saying that she's clocking in. Like, the math is not mathing. And the biggest portion that we talked about is how you came at Tamra. We talked about the whole Miss Lula stuff. All I got to say is this. If we're going to talk about Lula on season 4, just tell us by passing. Don't bring her on this screen no more. Because basically, Miss Lula has relapsed, as you already knew she was going to do. She told you at the beginning of the season, rehab does not work for her. You've put her in rehabs, and then you're going to make us believe, oh, everything's just good. It's just good. I knew things were just, I'm just glad that she agreed. What do you mean? What do you mean, Marie? I am very lost. You knew this woman was not going to take what you had to say seriously. And I feel like it was just for storyline. Quit exploiting her. Just have somebody ask, how's your mom? And that will be that. Don't bring her back on screen. It's disgusting. And you crazy. They talked about the whole date thing. I had fun and I got to let my hair down. She's a Republican. Just to let you know that. Then Carlos talked about Marie being a bully. She says, I'm not a bully. I'm a bully for the truth. So everybody needs to share their lives and everybody needs to clock in, just as I do. And then Carlos asks, who's not clocking in? And she says, Tamra. And Latrice just started clocking in. Latrice's been clocked in since season 1. We know a lot about Latrice. Her and Cliff had been having problems since season 1. We've seen where she left her home to go be with her brother because she was mad at him. And I think was teaching him a lesson or something, whatever. We know about the salon. We talked about her brother. They did a memorial of her brother that passed away. She only has one brother left, I think. So it's like, what are you talking about? She hasn't clocked in. She had the beef with you that you started. What do you mean she hasn't clocked in? But you won't speak about So Gucci. You won't speak about Akeisha, people that you don't really have a problem with. You only speak about people that you have a problem with to try to make them look a certain way. You can't say that about Soguchi. Soguchi is hardly clocked in. If it wasn't for Selena, she wouldn't be clocked in. If it wasn't for this dumb real estate crap, she wouldn't be clocked in. She had nothing. She had to join in with y'all. Click your clitties, whatever the word is. Y'all had to get together to say that I dislike Latrice. Since Soguchi said hate is such a strong word, that's such a cop-out. Because you don't want to even fix it. 1 minute it is, I need some time to figure it out. Latrice apologized, and I just need some time to forgive, and we'll be okay. But you did say at one of the last few episodes that you were over the whole real estate thing. But then we get back over at the reunion, and now you want an apology again. Okay. Whatever. So, we find out that Marie was the one to put on blast on the internet that Tamara's having a baby. Obviously, even though you're lying, you knew something that she was trying to keep it a secret, but you wanted to be evil and vindictive. Why would you put it out on the internet? Why did it concern you to put it out that Tamara was pregnant? You can't say that you weren't up to anything good about doing this, or I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know it was a surprise. Even though Soguchi and all of them said it was a surprise. Glenn was the one that started telling everybody about it. You knew about it, and you started. You and Letitia play this game. For some reason, she's the good cop and you're the bad cop. She's really pulling your strings to get some of this stuff out there, which is really odd and crazy. I mean, there's no boundaries. Is there anything that you just won't touch on? And stop being so trying to come up with a story to make things interesting, because a lot of this is like, why? Why are we doing this? Ugh. Oh, Tamara. Then we jump over to Tamara. Her baby's name is her last name. She did not take Damon's last name because they are not married. Tamara's very traditional. Obviously, because of all of the fertility issues she's had, she had to be untraditional in some type of way. Yeah, I already talked about the pregnancy part. Like, I didn't know that Tamara had a problem. And then she wants to go play victim. What do you mean, victim? What do you mean, victim, you gutter snipe? Like, you're the one that presented this, and you sprung it on her from stuff that you're trying to pretend that you didn't even know anything about. When it had been going around the bells. You said that. About this whole dude with this domestic violence stuff. And I'm glad that Tamara spoke up. It's like, even when you did find out, as Letitia's trying to say, oh, everybody knew, when Latrice said everybody knew. When you did find out, you still didn't care. And I did play the clip, and I'm going to play it tonight. So, watch out for this clip.
Straight into it. This guy reached out to the collective, and Letitia and I met him for lunch. He wanted us to know that you all were engaged to be married. 2018, 19. He wanted us to know that you are a compulsive liar and you fabricating your life.
Yeah, but let me stop you there, because did he tell you that he's been arrested?
Hold on. Let me get... Now, he brought a folder full of receipts. He bought police records showing that he was not charged with anything. He had no documents.
That's not true.
I'm telling you.
And I'm letting you know he's a narcissist and he cannot come anywhere near my family. I have a court order against him. And I'm not going to talk about him because I cannot.
But it was thrown out, Tamara.
I cannot talk about him.
But they were dropped, Tamara. He brought the police records and showed
me. No, they were not. And you should know me.
Tamara is hiding her true self to protect her identity. Tamara wants people to believe that she's flawless.
I have moved on. And for someone who literally tried to hurt me, girl, I'm not doing this. The fact that Marie has met with someone I haven't spoken to in years, and it's just someone I dated years ago. We talked about protecting the collective. How is this protecting the collective? This is very irrelevant to my life. And then you're talking about another man, a man who has done so much to me. I'm very upset.
This guy said he come to your family event. Do your family come to his events and parties right now?
From 3 years ago. This man used to come up to events
Okay,
that I would
Tamara.
never invite
Y'all
him
just
to.
come. Hey,
so
just
no,
can you
I'm
sit down?
not
Let's just
gonna
bring you
do
up.
this.
Let's sit
Why
down.
am I upset?
Tamara,
You know how long I sat in that courtroom dealing with this?
And they threw it out, Tamara. We saw the
Threw it out?
You seen it,
Yes,
Tamara. I mean, I'm just going on what I saw, Tamara. I mean, I'm just telling you what the guy.
So you mean to tell me, in all of this, you were trying to help Tamara, you were trying to find out the truth, but really you were just in this accusatory mode. You didn't believe nothing Tamara had to say. He was showing me paperwork. You didn't even try to hear her out. You just wanted to put her on blast that she was a liar. But a liar about what? So Tamara said, this man is from 2016. Stuff that I thought possibly he is finally just over and done with my life. I thought possibly he had married with children. We're not in communication, but we've been to court. He's been arrested and all that good stuff. So it's like, y'all trying to play quite crazy. Marie's trying to say, I'm offended that you didn't tell me that you were putting our lives at risk. Nobody told your clown ass to go and talk to him. You said the showrunner said do it. You feel a certain way about someone. Are you going after your friend Keisha that told you because that was a good friend that told you this piece of information? And I don't believe that that's your good friend, Keisha. I believe he just knows you and he knows that you know somebody on the cast. That's what I believe. So you and Letitia ran your tail around there and unleashed a terrorist within the group. That's what you did. And you are a bully. All right, so we're done with them. Again, Marie hardly got anything in. So she tried to say that she's showing her whole life, but not much of it was interesting because, hey, try again, girl. Try again. The men all come out. JJ has bedazzled. Got darn it. In the back again, whatever. Of course, he has to make a scene all the time. Glenn and Letitia, the Pearsons. Carlos asked, "Is he Glenning?" And she said, "No, he's just Glenn with one extra N." Whatever all that means, I don't believe it. I believe that y'all having sex down and you loving it and just glad that he's around and you can still have a storyline for next season, which I don't care about. I'm not invested in it. Whatever. No paternity test this year, huh? Nope. Everything on my side is good. Whatever. Latrice calls Cliff, my man. Your man left you for dead, ho. As Carisha said. Latrice and Cliff, we get on the whole M-Bar situation. And it got really hostile. Cliff says that it was a situation where he was upset with Latrice meeting up with Josh after the whole blow up and he kicked him out. Josh says that he left. Whichever one, who cares? They get on the comment of Cliff calling Latrice a B. And is that normal talk? And she says, no, not really. But what happens is I call him out his name and then he calls me out of my name. Like a retaliation thing. I don't know how true that is because he was too comfortable with that B, sir. He was unprovoked. I don't know about that. I think it does get quite hostile. I don't know if Cliff abuses her or not. Still to this day. Josh, when he comes out, he says no. He never feared for her safety. Just how he talks to her. I would love to know a little bit more, Latrice. Like, why do you leave? Because you've left twice, at least on the show. What is it? Why are you leaving? And of course, she's upset because everybody was speaking about her marriage as if the others don't have domestic violence situations. Just like, how you tried to play it, Letitia, that's how Glenn was to you. You said it was the same way too, Marie. So what is it? Akeisha spoke up about, domestic violence. I think Cliff said, well, she can't call 911 if anything was happening. It says, well, Akeisha said there's a lot of battered women that don't speak up. They stay in marriages 30 years and being whipped on. I do apologize for the camera work. I'm trying to keep things steady. I apologize. Akeisha said, I don't know what's going on in the marriage. There was things I heard and all that. When I saw the thing at M-Bar, it kind of just confirmed what people were telling me. But I still don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why Akeisha was the only one talking when all the rest of them had stuff to say about what was going on in their marriage. So what's up? Are you concerned or not? Or do you care anymore? Or is that storyline over with for y'all? Oh. Latrice says, as far as Cliff hitting him, he says, Cliff is old school, but he's not a damn fool. And of course, I did say that most of the ladies deal with domestic violence. Basically, what she's saying that if he was hitting me, he would be dead today. I do believe that statement. I really do. And I understand that women can be different around their men than they are with other women. But I do think that because it would be because her family, even if she didn't do it, her family would get involved. And he would be dead. I think so. Is he controlling? Cliff says, I'm demanding. Is this a dictatorship? Cliff, did you marry a younger woman just to control her? He said no. She forced him to marry her because they were living single and all that. I still wanted to do my thing, but I was in love with her and I ended up getting married to her. Whether you're 50 or not, you can't control how your heart feels. Okay. Anger issues. There's no trust. Latrice says, do you feel safe? And she said, yes, absolutely yes. Yeah. So Josh comes out. I really felt for Josh. He did say, at the time that he felt like he should have spoken up. He did it. And he also thought that when Latrice would tell her different things, she was implying that he thought in his head that she was wanting him to say stuff that she wouldn't tell him. So he did that. So at the time, he thought he was right, but he does apologize in regards to all of that. Again, Josh doesn't feel like her safety is in danger, only just how he speaks to her. He didn't know that Cliff had this problem with him until the in-bar situation. Cliff was wanting to know, am I going to get an apology? Like right now, I don't feel like it. And it's good. Don't rush me into doing anything as far as apologizing. But he did. Cliff was like, well, how come you haven't apologized to me? Because every time I try to talk to you, it's very hostile. Like, it's very bad. However, Latrice does talk in regards to, she does feel like she kind of made the situation between Josh and Cliff bad because she was telling him stuff. And then that caused him to react a certain way, and I shouldn't have got them involved. I do feel like, Latrice, the weight is on you to kind of fix things between them. Cliff is trying to downplay their relationship, but they really had a good time. First, it was Cliff trying to say, oh, it was just high and by. But after Josh got into the relationship, then it was just something totally different. Carlos said, do you want things to go back to the way they are? And Josh was saying, I'm good. I don't think you're good, Josh. And I think right now you're playing this game or being very defensive, like I'm good. No, you do miss what you all three had before. Once the question was done, Josh did tear up and he was upset. And there was just feelings that were hurt that he didn't think that it would come to. Yes, you did play a part in everything, Josh. Latrice, you played a part in all this too. Cliff is just going to be Cliff. He did apologize himself to Josh. Josh didn't take him seriously at first, and he said, look, if I'm not sorry, I'm not going to apologize. So I am apologizing. Josh ended up taking his apology. It's messed up, but I'm ready to move on to the other lady's story since everybody else is being liars and stuff. So where is it? Are we going to hear about why side chicks are winning? On the third part of the reunion, the main girl, the main girl ain't going to be talked about until the third part of the reunion. And Marie, who stirred up most of the shit, got 2 minutes on her own story. That's quite wonderful to me. Well, anyways, that's all I do have. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. Until next time, peace.